Hey, what's going on, you guys? Depdoc here. Welcome back to How to Sony Vegas. This is episode 2, and when we left off the last episode, I told you guys basically how to set it up, what settings you guys should have, and basically the beginning of what we should see with Sony Vegas. Now, if you're new to this series, in the cards, I do have the first episode and the link to the playlist. Which also, if you want to get Sony Vegas for free, there's also a link to that. Anyways, before we get into this video, I'd really appreciate if you guys would please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more of these videos to come weekly, just like the Photoshop series, which should be dropping tomorrow. Anyway, guys, let's hop right into this. So first off, I didn't really talk about how much about editing in the last video. This video, I'll be teaching a lot more about editing and stuff like that. So let's get our video on our way, and let's just start editing our video. Alright, let's just say that we just got done recording a 42-minute Hitman video. Alright, so now that we're done recording the video, now we gotta start editing the video. I'm not gonna be talking about major editing, I'm not gonna be talking about color grading, stuff like this. No, if you're scared about that stuff, don't worry about that. We're gonna get smooth and to the point on a lot of things. Alright, so we got this 42-minute video. How do you put the video in? You can either hit open or you can hit import. Open, go to the files, click on the video, and then there you go. Alright, so now that we have the video on the timeline, what should we do? Well, there's a few things. We can insert a new audio track and new video track by right-clicking on the video and right-clicking on audio, or we could just go underneath here and insert them both like that, or you can press Ctrl-Shift-Q and Ctrl-Q. With just doing this and that, doing that for you, removing them with Ctrl-Z. Alright, so now why did I add these two? Well, there's a few reasons why. I could add some memes onto the video track by going in and or downloading memes from my computer. So basically, if I wanted to, I could have just, this face. I could have the spit face as a meme for my video by just inserting it onto my timeline. That's the point for that. Now, what's the point of this one? This one could be for music. I could insert like an audio track for copyright-free music. How you get that stuff, I do have a video on how to download videos for free. It should be up in the cards if I remember all this stuff. So yeah, with all that now in mind, we can now start with this video. Let's just pretend that I already have a meme here. Let's already pretend that I have music here, because I'm not going to insert that stuff because I do not want that to involve a lot with the volume of me talking and the volume of this video. We're just going to be talking about simple cuts and everything like that. Alright, so let's just say this gap right here. Oh, there's a meme right here. This is a daily meme that I have. And this video is already edited, so there's going to be like already cut edits. Like this is going to be here. And then we also have, for example, we're going to have this here already. So with all that in mind, let's just pretend that this is going to be here. This part, I want to have the cut from the video. How do we cut? You press the S key. This will already start a cut, so basically now the video is in two pieces. But let's just say that you did that on accident. How do you fix this? Well, you could also hit Ctrl-Z and go back. But let's just say you don't really want to do that and you just want to cut a part of the video but not that much. So what you want to do is, let's just say we make these 3 cuts. But you want to keep this first cut, or you want to keep this cut, meaning that you would have to keep going back and forth. Okay, so how would we keep this? Let's just say we want to keep these 2 videos together. What we want to do is hit Control, and we'll combine these 2 videos together, and then hit Group. Alright, make sure that both the videos are combined. Click, 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 click. Alright, now everything is highlighted. You want to make sure everything's white. Right click on any part of the timeline with the video, hit create new. Now everything is back to being together. If you want to undo this, you just click on one side, hit group, remove from. Now this can be completely removed. Now if you see right here, these 2 videos are, the audio and the video are off. Let's just say I wanted to remove this by hitting delete. There goes the audio. Add a song here. This is not music, this is another video that from the past. I'm just gonna, but let's just say that this was like a video I did not want to see, but I wanted to get the audio. So basically what we do is we do the same thing, press the U key, that is, to redo that for you guys since I didn't tell you about the U key. What the U key does is that it separates the video from the audio from each other, and what it's redoing is that it's re-adding the video because I hit Control Z, and you know, it's a hour long, it's about a long video, so it's going to take a sec. There we go. Alright, so hold on, one more back. Why aren't these together? Alright, there we go. Alright, so now that they're back together, all what we want to do is we just want to press U. Now that you see that both boxes are not highlighted, I can now drag this as much as I want to onto the timeline, or I can just delete it like that. Now let's just say this is my music, and then this is my video I want to have. Now that we have this, we now have the audio here. Problems is that you're just playing. Now it don't make sense because this video is a Hitman video and this is UFC 3 audio. So that don't make sense, so I'm not going to play it. Alright, but let's just say we gotta look at our master volume. Now if you don't know how you get that, this might be how your Sony Vegas looks. All you have to do is go over to the side, look for like the 2 lines and the 2 arrows going the way, and you just drag until you get the box. I like having it like fully on my screen, or if you don't want it in general, you can look down here and you can see where the audio is heading. You can see this. You usually want to have the audio in the green or maybe a little bit into the yellow. You don't want to be blasting it up into the red to where when people click on your video, their ears get busted. So, yeah. I mean, they always get this turned on the video, but that's besides the point. Alright, so let's just say this video is way too loud. There's 2 ways we can turn it down. So you see the gain, it starts at 0.0 dB. What we can do is that we just drag it down. We drag it down to a normal audio. What I usually like is I like 12. 12 is usually my safe spot. You could press 9, 10, 11, maybe 8 a little bit, but I don't really like passing that up. But like 13, 14 is fine, but anything below them is just like, it's kind of quiet for videos. And the reason why I say that is because back in the past on a video, I really ruined the video with audio problems that was not on purpose, but it was an accidental mistake. Now let's just say that I added a ton of videos here, but I don't want to go to every single video because they're all cut up like this, for example, and I don't want to click on every single little bit of a clip to make them quieter. All I have to do is go onto this volume slider, and you just want to, you know, drop it a lot. We don't have to drop it a ton, but since let's just say everything's back up to 0, like 0.0 dB, and everything should then be on 12. But this is now really quiet because I have dropped the audio extremely low. So yeah. One thing that you want to be careful though is about the pan. The pan means to pan to the ears. Now right now it's at the center, but you definitely do not want to pan it to like the left because this is what's going to sound like. And that is awful. Now, there is a reason for this. Let's just say that you accidentally record a video with somehow the audio gets completely destroyed with it only coming out of mainly the one ear, but it could be coming out a little bit from the other ear. That's when you could be like rotating it to the one ear with it then having the same amount of audio, but that will take a little bit of testing. But that rarely has ever happened. I have never seen it happen to me, but I know it can happen. So there's that. Alright, now there's also a bar for your video. What does that mean? Well, that means that this is the opacity. Opacity means how viewable it is. This can work good for, like, if you're blending 2 videos together. If I wanted to drag this onto here, it's going to show this video and not this one. But if I wanted to show both of them at the same time, kind of like a, like, flashback, you kind of would have wanted to do this. Because this does not work like Photoshop. The opacity in Photoshop works just like fading a video. So if I just drop the opacity like this, it's going to be black. Because this is number 1, a JPEG. It does not JPEG, an MP4. MP4s do not have alpha backgrounds, which means transparent backgrounds. The only 2 ones that have a transparent background is videos for Windows, which is also known as .avi, or QuickTime, which is also known as .mov. So that's not how that's gonna work. But if you want to work like a flash, like a flashback, basically what you want to do is you want to take the video here and pull it a little bit here. So then right here we see both videos. Both of them are combined, and you can see that this video is here and this video is here. And basically what it's supposed to do is that I can pull almost the entire video in, but once I get past this part right here, it will completely destroy the idea of a kind of like a past video. Hey, Future Christian here. You don't have to drag something into it to make it have the overlay effect. All you have to do is just put a video on top of this, and all you have to do is drop the opacity here, and you get both videos. So the opacity, when you're laying on top, doesn't work like that, but when it's above it, it will. So stacking like this does work, not like this. So that's what I wanted to add while editing. So back to the video. This is a quick note. Remember this, please. If a video looks bad on your timeline, that does not mean that the video is going to turn out badly. It only looks bad because it's raw content and it is rendered. Basically, it's kind of like, for example, if you take a movie that has yet to be finalized and it looks really choppy, or a game in a beta when it hasn't had all its done cuts and it's really laggy, or if the game's actually supposed to run at 60, it runs at 30 and it looks awful. It's the reason why is because the video's not actually finished. That's something that you need to remember. Do not freak out, do not panic. That's just something I wanted to add. Alright, now we're heading into the end of this video, because I think I've got most of the basic editing done. I usually only use the S and the U key. There is no other keys I actually use. There's another one you can use. You can use M, which will put markers. And the point of markers is just to loop stuff, but I would never do that. If you want to know how to mute stuff easily, or you want to remove a line real easily, that's pressing Z, or that's pressing this. So basically, muting audio, it's like this. You can't hear the audio anymore. Muting a video is actually muting the entire line of a video. This happened to me in the past and I actually freaked out, and I didn't know what the heck it meant because I accidentally pressed the Z key instead of the S key. It happens. Alright, so the last thing I want to show you guys is let's go to the beginning of a video. There's a fade offset we can do. And also there is drag. You can do it too. Alright, so what we want to do is that we want to take our tool and we want to drag onto the timeline. What does this do? Well, this can start transitions, which we'll go over to in another video, or this can fade in the video. See, slowly the screen is black, but let's just bring it a little bit closer, and slowly over time the video starts gaining back its color, and then we get into the gameplay. It don't have to be that long, it can be this long. So there's that. You also can do it with an outro. Do it this way, and then it fades, and then you're done. So with that in mind, I think I've gone over almost every single basic thing. Now there's probably other basic things you can do, like drag this out, or I actually do that too. To give you an example real quick, let's just say that this is the song and I want it to repeat. You could either press it and hit Control C, Control V, or if you want to do it the lazier way, you just take it and you drag, and this means that the song's restarting. This means that the video is now restarted, and it's now a complete different video. I mean, it's starting from the beginning. So the end happened, and it's just continuing to the fun. So yeah, I think that's about it that I want to talk to you guys about. I wanted to go over a little bit more in this video because in the first one I just felt like I went over a little too little, and I don't want to waste so much time for you guys to be like, I'm on the 5th video and I've just finally learned how to cut. I don't want to teach you guys like that because it's kind of bad teaching. Anyway guys, that's the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Sony Vegas figures like this to come in the future. Yeah, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys later.